Hello, this is our second video for week 2, and I just want to emphasize as far as when you're writing your 2 business letters this week, the letter of inquiry and also the sales letter, make sure that you look at the resources that I have available to you before you actually start drafting them. You need to follow the structural format of a business letter, and again, the handouts and websites available underneath Module 1, again, those letters B all the way to D under Module 1 and also under Module 2, the letters B through C. These are going to give you kind of just resources and examples and references that you can use to write your own business letters this week. And as I mentioned in the previous video, if you want just quick feedback, you can share your letter with me through Google Docs and I'll be happy to give you feedback. Now, I really want to prepare you in this class for professional writing assignments that you actually may confront in the workplace. So you're going to notice I have some other forms of business letters. Now you're going to notice that on the checklist this week, this is completely optional. I just want you to know that there's some other types of letters that you may need to write, not just in your professional life, but in your personal life. These are letters of request, letter of complaints, and also letter to the editors. These just may be scenarios that you encounter during your lifetime, and I want to ensure that when you send these letters, you do them in the appropriate manner so you are listened to, you are heard. Because sadly, if you don't have necessarily the best structure and format in your letter, and obviously you don't communicate it clearly with good content and grammar, your complaint or your service or just overall your voice will not be heard. So I want you to do your best on these business letters. Okay, now you're going to notice you have one last mandatory assignment this week. We are going into grammar. So we're going to be talking about the grammar section in just a moment. Now for your grammar quiz is going to be due Saturday. The one thing I do not want you to do, I do not want you to automatically come down here and to take your quiz right off the bat, Grammar Quiz 1, without looking at any of the content that I've given you, okay? Now, the good news is you're going to have 3 attempts to take your Grammar Quiz 1 and all of your grammar quizzes this semester. And after those 3 attempts, the highest grade will be the grade that you're given for that particular assignment. Now, I've got tons of information that's going to help you with this particular assignment. For Grammar Review 1, you're going to be focusing in on kind of relearning or reviewing your parts of speech, like being able to recognize your subject and your verb in your sentence. Also other parts of speech, like just being able to know what a noun is, a pronoun, also an indirect and direct object, as well as a preposition, okay? Because you need to know those parts of speeches to avoid fragments, which are major errors. And you don't want fragments in any of your writings because they're incomplete thoughts, okay? They're not going to make any sense. So as far as completing Grammar Review 1, I would encourage you first, print out A and B. These are handouts that you can have in front of you while you're taking the quiz, and I promise it will make it much easier. Also, have those handouts in front of you as you're listening to my grammar review. Now, if you click on this particular PowerPoint right here, make sure that you download it. Okay, when you download it, you're going to notice that there's these little speakers that are on each slide. Okay, now you can put this in slideshow if you want, or you can just have it like in the presentation mode, but you're going to notice these little speakers right here. Okay, if you click the arrow, okay, my voice is going to play. Okay, I'm not going to play my voice with my voice. That's just weird. But each slide has a grammar lesson. Okay, please, if it has been a few years since you've had a grammar or writing class, you need to review over this. You're going to see again, it goes all the way through the parts of speech. Again, subjects, verbs, nouns, pronouns, prepositions, okay, indirect and direct objects, adjectives, adverbs. Also, it overviews the 4 sentence forms, okay, simple, compound, complex, compound, complex, because you need to be able to write varying types of sentences in your writing. So make sure, absolutely, to watch this particular grammar lesson. This is the same grammar lesson that I give to my students who are in class, and you are getting it here online, okay? I'm going to scroll back down to our grammar section. Give me just a moment. And again, it's not just my information that I have for you. There's some great educational resources on just the web. Notice Khan Academy has some awesome videos. I did not make these, but they're very helpful in learning the different parts of the speech. Also, I mentioned this in the in the checklist. I would encourage you to do some self-test before you actually take Grammar Quiz 1. You're going to notice one's a worksheet. If you have trouble picking out these parts of speech in this worksheet, and it's one you can just look at, or if you want to print it out and do it, you can. If you have trouble doing that, you need to review over the information. Also, some of these are online quizzes like letter K, and also you're going to notice letter K deals with kind of parts of speech, but then you also have one that deals with sentence types. It's letter T. Try again to look at all these videos and handouts. Look at the slideshow that I have for you with my lesson. Look at the instructional videos on these, different types of grammar lessons, learning the parts of speech and also the different sentence types before you take the quiz, okay? I am going to go, right now as I'm doing this video, this quiz is not open, but I'm actually going to go to one of my other classes so you can see what this particular quiz looks like. I want to make sure that you know how to actually take the quiz because I know some of you have never done an online class, okay? I'm going to scroll down to the quiz 1, and you're going to notice that I am going to click on the quiz 1. In this class, their quizzes are extra credit, but in your class, this is for a grade. Now, I had already started this quiz to show this class how to take the quiz, similar to what I'm doing. You're going to start the quiz, but I'm having to resume it, okay? And I'm going to begin. Now, please know, once you start the quiz, you cannot start it and really come back to it. You're going to lose time, okay? You're going to have essentially 60 minutes for each attempt, okay? I would encourage you to take it as many times as you feel you need to really understand the parts of speech so you feel confident in this particular grammar concept, okay? Now, what you're going to do, just for example, with the first question, and there's about 20 questions here, okay? It says, read the following sentence and select the sentence's subject, the main who or what the sentence is about. So this is the sentence in bold. Dr. Carter held a seminar on exercise at the medical center. So what I'd like for you to do is, this is a multiple choice question, choose the subject of the sentence. And after you choose the subject, you have to click it, the bubble and the bullet, and next. And then it's going to take you to the next quiz. Now you cannot go back. It takes you to the next quiz question, okay? But make sure you answer all of those questions. And again, you can take this 3 times, but I just want to ensure that you feel more confident about being able to find your subjects and your verbs and other parts of speech in a sentence so you can avoid those fragments, because you don't want fragments in your professional writing, whether it's an email or a business letter, later on maybe an essay for a class or a progress report, okay, or even worse, a proposal, okay, where you're wanting to do something for your community or for your business and you are having fragments kind of riddling your writing, okay? Now, as a whole, again, just make sure for week 2, you want to complete your 2 business letters, okay, which are the letter of inquiry and also the sales letter, and then finally take your grammar quiz 1. But make sure, again, look at all the handouts and resources I have for you before you complete those assignments. As always, if you have any questions, please contact me and I'll absolutely be happy to answer those. Thank you. Have a wonderful week too.